Hey guys, this is Pedro back with another interview covering IEM Dallas 2024. For this occasion, I have here with me kyxsan, the IGL of Heroic Group, coming off of a victory over Navi to progress further in said competition. So, kyxsan, really appreciate you taking the time, like I said before, and congrats. A big W. Continue on the team's run in this tournament. So, how are you feeling first and foremost?
Yeah, first of all, thank you. I'm feeling good. It feels nice to win against a team like Navi. They're the major winners, and it's a big win for us. We stayed alive in the tournament, and we have one more game to make the playoffs, which was our goal. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, given the fact that it's an IEM and teams that go down to lower bracket have short turnarounds, short breaks to prepare for anyone else that comes in their way. What was the team's preparation like for this match against Navi?
I think we had good preparation. We had enough time to prepare a few maps against them. We expected the video to be like it turned out to be, so we had good guess of what the maps are gonna be. For the next game, it might be a bit harder to prepare because it's in few hours, but we'll try our best.
Yeah, for sure. Looking at you, of course, you performed as the best player in the team for that series. Just covering your overall performance. What were the kind of things that kind of went right for you in particular?
I think I just tried to play with a bit more confidence than usual. Recently, I've been struggling a bit with my individual form. I know I'm the IGL and I'm not maybe expected to frag that much, but I still want to keep my level at some decent level. So this kind of performance means so much to me, and I'm glad that I could play like this. I hope I can continue like this in the next games.
It definitely does feel good just to have these kinds of performances, just give you that confidence boost, for you individually, just not just you being the leader, but also just bragging out when the time needs to be right.
Yeah, it feels nice to perform individually because it also boosts my confidence. So I can call better when I play individually, basically. So my confidence is getting higher. So everything feels easier when I perform like this.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I want to cover exactly how the team is bouncing back from that initial upper bracket first round loss to VP. Just sort of what went wrong in that match, and what were the kind of things that you guys adjusted, like tweaked, changed from that point to now.
I think we had a good idea how VP was going to play, but I think we didn't play with too much confidence, and that's one thing that we changed for the next games, especially today against Navi. So yeah, I think if we keep playing like this, it's going to be much easier for the future.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Now I want to take a little bit of a focus outside of this tournament, not just focusing on the team's form. I would say it's kind of a bit of an up and down year for Heroic, given how this iteration of the team started out earlier on in the year. How have you kind of seen the team's performance so far in 2024, and even now at this current time in Dallas?
Yeah, it was not the best journey so far, I would say, because we had higher expectations. But at the same time, I feel like few times we were so close to, let's say, reaching our goal, which most of the tournaments is the playoffs. In most of the tournaments so far, we were one game away from the playoffs. So if you look at the results, they're not the best. But if you also look at the other side, we are not that far from our goal. So we just have to fix some little details, and it's going to be much better in the future.
And as such, it went to the change of bringing in Dexter for Nico. And as we're doing this interview, we have Nico, but besides us doing that interview. But going into just bringing Nico back, how has it been like just having him return as a stand-in? Not much responsibilities of putting into him, just basically chilling or vibing, if that's the appropriate way to say it. How has that kind of experience been amidst this kind of change?
It has been nice because Nico is a very skilled player and he's a good guy outside of the game that brings the mood up in the team. So it actually feels nice to have him back here for this event, and I'm just looking forward to play with him even more. Hopefully we get to the playoffs and have even more games with him.
Has there been a difference between how it was like with him on the official roster compared to now? Him being the stand-in. Any difference within like teams play and stuff like that?
I don't think there is such a huge difference inside the team. Maybe he feels different because now he's a stand-in, but in general I think the team is still working the same way, we're playing the same way, so nothing changed for the team, I would say.
Yeah, I understand that. And when it comes to looking at your journey, your career, yourself. I gotta ask about Apeks. Of course, the recent news came out about Apeks just closing down its CS side and everything else. Besides a few things, just want to capture your thoughts on just Apeks and its closure.
I was so sad when I saw the news because Apeks was the first international team, and we accomplished so many things with Apeks in such a short time, in around 1 year. So I'm very sad that this happened, and I hope they can bounce back in the future. I can only say good things about this organization and this team. They helped me a lot in my development, so I hope to see them back soon.
Of course, obviously, you're not going to forget about that time in Paris. Going far in that event in the major. Comparing that to now, what would be the one thing that kind of changed the most for you as an individual player, be it within or outside of the server?
Since the last major, you mean?
Overall, your in general stint in Apeks.
Yeah. Can you repeat the whole question again?
Given the fact that you were a part of Apeks, what do you think was the one thing that changed for you between your stint with Apeks and now, as an individual?
I think something's changed. Obviously, the IGL changed, and I think when I was playing in Apeks, we had some specific play style that was working for us great, but after some time, that play style didn't work anymore. And after I left, I think they kept trying to play the same way as before, trying to keep playing the same way as we did in the major, but I think it was hard for them, so I think maybe that's one of the reasons why they couldn't get the best results. Maybe they should have changed the play style, because the roster changed also. It's not the same players from the major, so yeah, I think that's one of the things.
You mentioned about just the team coming short, not going back into the team, coming short from reaching playoffs in a few occasions so far in 2024. That said, where do you kind of see the current level of the team, in its new version with Dexter and compared to how it was? Yes, although I do say this, understanding that we're not even 1 month into this, but still, if you can kind of give an answer to that, what would that be like?
I think with Dexter, we have more expectations. Even before him, we always had the expectation to get at least into the playoffs. Obviously, we failed in most of our tries, but I think he will bring a lot of... he's obviously a skilled player, he will bring a lot to the team, and he's also a good guy outside of the game who will lift the mood up when needed, so I'm just happy to have him here, and I'm looking forward to play with him again.
We're also looking forward to see more of Heroic later on in Dallas in the future and everything else after that. kyxsan, thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you.
All right.